Hello again. This is Elosin, and I had to cut off our last clip to do some errands. So here I am now, and I will continue my story about uh, how I grew up, uh, how I grew to develop my money beliefs. And I just finished talking about my father, and I was about to begin to talk about my mother. Uh, like I said, my mother was a different type of person. She had me very young, and she, to put it simple, I would say that we grew up um, not super poor, but we weren't also middle class, so I guess we were in between there. Her parents were also uh, had some very limiting beliefs about money, also. And then when she got pregnant, to not share too much of a very, very long story, which I may share someday. Um, she basically had to go to America for a better life for me. And she had to prove herself to be a good mother. So, because when she got pregnant, she basically got kicked out of the house. Uh, so she had a lot to prove. Um, it was good that my dad was there and married her. And even though he had his own pension and stuff, and they were okay financially, my mom just needed to have her own work for her own self worth. So she did go to work and become a nurse. And since she lived in a very strict household, I guess you could say, uh, she couldn't get all the things, I guess you could say, normal kids would get. Um, like they couldn't drink Coke, they couldn't afford Coke, they couldn't afford too many vacations either. It was just the bare minimum living in her household. So when she finally started working, my mom was had a lot to prove, so she basically worked as hard as she could, and she was smart too. Um, Before she got pregnant, she was always on her honor roll, and then Love Is Blind, so things got a little crazy after that. But she was smart, you know. She wanted to do what's right for me at least, and she didn't want me to pay for the mistakes she did. So she worked really hard, and she became an outstanding nurse. And I think she's a nurse till today, so that's about over 30 years ago. So thank you, mom. But when it came to money, my mom's view about money was if you worked hard and you earned it, you should spend it to how you want. You want to spend it how you want to spend it. I would have to disclaimer that she's not really a budgeter. My dad is an extreme version of budgeting, and my mom would be more like she was the fun one, I guess you could say, because if she's like, "Oh, it's payday, let's go to the mall and let's go shopping and get what do you want? What do you want? You just get it, just get it." But then there's always that, at the end of the month, like, okay, things are tight. Let's not go out, you know. And so I got two very contrasting. I have one parent who's like save, save, save. Be careful with your money. Save for a rainy day because you don't know what will happen because. And then there's another parent who's like, if you worked hard for your money, you should spend. You should be able to spend your money whatever you want and whenever you want. That was mm, try try trying to figure out how to choose which is the best way. They both have merits. They both had merits in their views about money, and I chose parts of their views that I felt right for me. So I've never been like a super big spender. So I was more of a conservative in with my money. Like if I had a choice to buy like one thing for 20 bucks versus going to the 99-cent store and get 20 things for 20 bucks, I would go for the 99-cent store. It's always been more a practical sense when using money. And I've also noticed that I've already started developing my own ways of like budgeting things and figuring out uh, how to live conservatively. And I but then I think the difference between me and my mom is that I still bought a lot of things that I enjoyed. It's just it wasn't it a lot of it wasn't really super expensive. I'm not saying my mom had expensive taste, but like whenever she felt like it, she wants to buy something, she just got it. And it didn't really matter what price or what price it was. So because for her, she's like, I worked hard for it, I should get it. And there's also that, like, you should be proud of the money you've earned, and you should be able to enjoy it. Now, the degrees of enjoyment, that needs to be questioned. I've always learned. I grew up learning my personal experience that a lot of the best things in life isn't bought with money, and um, even buying cheap, smaller things can still bring you just as much happiness as going, buying like a Walkman or like buying going out somewhere very expensive. So yeah, material things, it's a preference, but experiences, a lot of them are free. The experiences that make you most happy are free. Okay, so now I gave you a little background about my mom and my dad. Now I'm going to give you my principal idea of how of what I think about money, and how how my ideas have I applied that has helped me through the years, um, to not let money kind of rule you. Okay, it's so easy for it to rule you actually, and there are phases in my life that I let it rule me. There were when before when I was still in college, I thought that my worth is equated to money. How much money you earn, how much money you save. And if I didn't have money on me, like it felt tight. I don't need a lot of money, but I like to have money just like always on me. Sorry for that. Anyways, excuse me. Um, First thing that I always teach people about money is it's a tool. It's not good, it's not bad. It's it's not just a tool, it's also a power, a literal power. And how you use that power depends on the soul and conscience of a person. So, if you have a selfish and greedy person, they're probably not that very good with money, because either they spend too much or they're not generous or using it for, you know, practical or more essential things. If you're a very good person with money, you're generous, you don't allow people to um, misuse you, not misuse you, take advantage of you, and you know how to save money, you know how to have the money work for you. So, first off, money is a power, money is a tool. It's neither good or bad. That's one, number one. Number two, we all need it. It is a universal fact. We need it. Um, yes, you can live a life without it, but the majority of us need it. It is what it is the currency of how well our life is. Um, if you ever, and what a lot of people don't know is you don't need a lot to live well. That is something I learned right away. And I've lived a life um, really well off because of my parents, and I've also lived in a phase where I was on my own and I was just given allowance, and I had to like really learn how to be um, responsible with my money. And now I'm not living with my parents, and I'm living on with my husband, and then you feel an even more responsibility on how to handle your money. And there's when I was with my parents, the amount of money was high. I was in boarding, it was okay, like maybe an average pay for a salary person. And then now that I'm working, I'm in the middle wage class. Mid, yeah. And I've realized it's not the amount that matters, okay? Because people who do not have the financial literacy on how to use money, it doesn't matter how much money they earn, they'll still be broke if they don't have the financial literacy on how to save and use it properly. And I want to also add that not only that money is a power, it's an enhancer. What does that mean? If depending on how you use and how much you have, it determines on how great your life can be or you as a person can be. Because if you have more money or just enough money and you're comfortable enough, um, you can make your dreams come true. You can build that house. You can have a peace of mind. Okay. So, money can enhance a lot of areas of your life. You don't need a lot. I want to emphasize that. You do not need a lot. And other times, you might not need it at all if what you're looking for, because some people use money as a crutch to fill in the void of things that they don't want to deal with. For example, there are men and women who use money to rule and manipulate others to do their bidding because it makes them feel good, and that hides the fact that they're just scummy people, or they don't want to hide the fact that they're insecure and they need money to make them feel validated. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to emphasize back on rule one, is that money is only as good and bad as well as the person who is using it. um, okay, I don't want to repeat too much. To back to what I was saying, everybody needs money. I believe in the heart of my hearts, men and women should earn money. I don't believe in the gender roles that men is supposed to be the provider or the women. No, everybody needs to earn and have their own means of money. And that could also mean like getting allowance from your husband if you have to. But it preferably you should have your own work or business to have your own money. Why is that? Because, like I told you in rule 1, money is power, and rule 2 is we all need it to transact certain parts of our life, transact comforts in our life and luxuries we need in our life and needs. Everybody needs it. That is a universal fact for me. And men and women should earn their own money. If not, if not to just make your life easier, but also to build your own personal confidence as a person. Uh, it's not the money that validates you, it's the work that you have to do to earn the money is what will be character building for you as a person. We need some sort of purpose to wake up every morning. Um, some of us do it for the money. I am one of those people who love waking up because I love money. Um, I wake up and do my work because I want to earn the money. But there are people who just need to do work not because that they get money. That's just a not bonus effect. It's an what's the word I'm looking for? It's an after effect, bonus effect, something. It's just a bonus. It's the work that fulfills them. Okay, so everybody should find some sort of work or business or purpose that will earn them money so that they can feel fulfilled as a human being. Um, and work also goes hand in hand with community too, because I think people also go to work for the people, their friends, and being a part of something. I think it's a human need to also want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. So that goes hand in hand with also money, the concept of money, because yes, we are doing these things to earn the money, but there are also other things we gain on the process or the journey of making money. Okay, what's another thing I want to share about my money beliefs? Mm, I found it very helpful to do some self awareness on happiness too, because I think happiness and money go hand in hand. The amount of money, um, you need to find the numerical number. I think it's important to find the numerical number of what you feel would make you happy. And there are people who, hey, how much money, if you ask someone like how much money do you think you need to be happy, and people will just throw a random number like I think 5 million or 10 million. Okay, so if someone gave you that 5 or 10 million, like if his like or someone like a genie would be like, hey, I'm gonna give you 5 million right now, what are you gonna do? Like tell me exactly what you're gonna do with it. And they if they can't like be able to um, say what's really because what they really want to use the money for, it just means that they don't have an awareness. Sorry, they don't have the awareness of why they want the money in the first place. I hope that makes sense. And it, a lot of us really just want money to be happy, and happiness means different things for many people. I think you should make a self assessment every once in a while for yourself and discover like what would really make you happy, and then like enumerate it. Like maybe you want to go to a trip, every traveling around and seeing another culture. You want to make a trip, write that down. How much would that cost? What kind of trip? Are you going to be like backpacking? Are you going to be going to five-star hotels? I want you to envision that. Also, what kind of food do you want to eat? All the things that you think would make you happy but cost money, I want you to numerically write it down and kind of guess it. And a lot of times when people start equating happiness and money and try to figure out how much it would cost, a lot of the things that they find happiness is maybe it's like, I just want to have a vacation with their family, just write it all down. A lot of times it's not even going to hit a million. They need to earn 2 million or 3 million. A lot of times it was just going to need an extra, you're only going to need an extra 500 to do all the stuff that you think would make you happy. Okay, so make a self-awareness check and find the numerical value of the number that you think you need to earn to have a very comfortable and happy life. Okay, and please understand that extravagance is overrated. Right, extravagance is nice, but it's overrated. um, Write down a list of things that also don't cost money. And if that list resonates with you and you can actually get a lot of those things right now and you just made no conscious choice to do it, then your problem isn't money. Your problem is that missing emotion or that missing experience. Okay? Because a lot of people think that money is going to solve a lot of their problems, and it's not. A lot of people is just missing that confidence or missing that affection from their family or their wife. A lot of people are just missing um, memories, uh, missing parts of themselves, like wishing that they were still a kid and they can do this and that, but nothing's stopping them now. It's just themselves. I think it would be good for you, and it's happened, it's helped me to finally kind of like really internalize, why do I want money? What emotion, what effect, what experience am I looking for by using money? And find out if I don't even need money to do some of that stuff. Okay, it's getting really long now. I'm aware of that, but I thought that I should share this while I still have the frame of mind to talk about it. um I think that's it for now. I hope that this talk in the power of money has inspired you, um, made you think a few things, and I'd love to hear your um, beliefs about money and what has helped you um, manage it well. And if you think it's going to help others, please share it in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a like. And if you'd like to see more of me talking and sharing stuff that I've learned on my journey to a healer, uh, please subscribe. This is Elos, and over and out. Bye.